So this is me. This isn't, I didn't get this off the web. This is me. I was born the fifth of 5 children, the only boy. So I have 4 older sisters. I'm originally from upstate New York. This was before there were cell phones, obviously. And I think when I saw this, I thought, gosh, I look like a politician. Don't I? But luckily, it didn't go that way. I went a different way. So this is me and my father. I was about 5 years old here. I was at one of my cousin's weddings. And my dad worked in a grocery store.
Welcome. This service is provided by freeconferencecall.com. There are 4 participants in the conference. Please announce yourself.
We're back.
All right. So he worked for the IGA. If anybody remember what the IGA was, big grocery store with stores that were no bigger than 2 times the size of this room probably back then. My mom was a stay-at-home mom, and they really did a great job taking care of us. My dad passed away. My world changed. My dad passed away on January 1st of 1970 from lung cancer. And my mom raised us by herself. And I still, having my own household, I look back and I think, how the heck did she do that? She never really worked. She had veterans benefits. She had Social Security benefits, and she used to watch some of the neighborhood kids sometimes. And we never really knew we were all that poor. But we were poor. And my mom, she never complained. So she had quite a bit of optimism too. This is my sister Donna and I. Donna was supposed to be Don. My dad wanted a boy, and he just kept going down the list, right? And he finally got to number 4 and was like, I'm not going to get Don. We're naming her Donna. And Irish Catholics, what more can I say? Here I came. There I was. So this is my sister and I. I'm doing my best Elmer Fudd imitation with that great outfit there, and she's rocking that nice puffy hat. We really didn't have a lot, but we really were grateful for what we did have. As you can see, we're skating on a 2-foot by 6-foot patch of ice in our driveway. There was no Xboxes. So we were very grateful for what we did have, and my parents instilled that in us. So I took some of that optimism and gratitude that I got from my childhood, and I started applying it to different things in my life. When I was in high school and college, I was a very accomplished runner. I was a state champion in the steeplechase. I was nationally ranked in several events. And I really took that optimism and started setting really, really big goals for myself. And I found when I set those really big goals, I often reached them. And you know what? If I didn't reach them, I came much closer than if I didn't have them. So I really got in this habit of setting for myself really, really big goals. And I started achieving a lot of them. And I brought that into my work also. Here I am with a couple of really brilliant physicist colleagues at the GE R&D Center where I worked in upstate New York, where we're displaying some electronics that we had designed that won an award at the company. And I brought that same attitude. When there was a new project came up, it was a hard one, I said, I want it. You think I knew how to do it?
No.
No, I didn't know. I said, heck, I always figure it out. I'll figure it out. So I really brought that optimism to that. So I brought it to my running, I brought it to my work. I knew kind of where I got some of it, but I never really got to know my father. Never really got to know him as an adult, so I didn't really know how he fit into the picture. And I remember it was 2010, we had a horrible flood in our basement. There was a big thunderstorm came through. I used to live in Fort Collins. Big thunderstorm came through. There was up to 8 inches of water in our basement at one time. And it destroyed almost everything in the basement. And I went down there to clean up. After a day or so, the water got down about 1 inch or 1.5 inches. And I was looking around, and there was all this wet stuff. I was bringing it upstairs and drying it out. I was hauling stuff upstairs and throwing it out because a lot of stuff really, really got damaged. And there was a row of boxes against one wall. And if you can imagine 8 inches of water in a box, most of the stuff got destroyed. But I walked over to one box, and I reached in, and I pulled out a very old manila envelope. And I was like, this is strange. Kind of miraculously, it didn't get wet. And I reached in it, and I pulled out a letter. And what this letter was, it was a letter from my father to his mother when he was a prisoner of war. So it was it was December 14th of 1944, written from the Stalag where he was being held prisoner of war. Would you like me to read some of that letter?
Yes.
Bear with me if this gets emotional. So, dear Mom, just a few lines to let you know that I'm well and in good health. I hope everyone is well and getting along fine. The weather's quite cool, but not too bad. Prisoner of war. Let me know how Christmas was. It sure will be nice when we can all be home together. How's the car holding up? Does Dad have much trouble getting it started in the mornings? Well, I guess I'll close now with lots of love to all. Keep smiling and your chin up. That's where I got it, right? There's only one man on the planet probably more optimistic than me. My father. So that was a great discovery. And as I was reading that letter, I realized what a miracle that I found that. And it was a way to get to know my father better.